Sound check 1 2 1 2. So let's start that from the top. Welcome in to another SR51 Media Show. I am your host, Sean Aries. Hopefully you're having a good day today. If you're not, hopefully it turns around for you. We're around the Christmas holiday, so I did a little upgrading around here to the graphics, some layouts. What I was explaining was, so after today's Eagles loss, okay, it made me kind of reevaluate the team. So I was showing where I noticed, I think it was like one day I was upping a stat for somebody or something, or looking at receivers or something, and I happened to come in here and I noticed that Jalen Rieger has been labeled as one of those receivers that drops passes. Now, Jalen Rieger is a normal wide receiver who his temper is having him play two levels above where he is. So if they take those two levels away, Jalen Rieger is actually like a 76, 77, right? Now, Jalen Rieger is on the last year of his deal, okay? And he holds a roster spot, okay? He's a receiver that, while he's on the team, he holds a roster spot. Now, two receivers that I let go of that I think I'm going to make room for, that, even this third defensive tackle I might make some room for, is when you come in here, all these guys in here I know nothing about, right? You would be rolling the dice on them. But when you come in here to the two receivers that we let go earlier in the year, right? 1 second. Got a call coming in. Just looking around, I had to address that call. So, what I was saying was, when you come into the free agency, right? When you come over here to the free agent market, right? And you see that two wide receivers that we let go of previously, right? These two guys over here. Now, if J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Greg Ward Jr. are worse wide receivers, then why isn't, when you come into Greg Ward Jr., right, who runs better routes than J.J. Arcega-Whiteside if they had to compare him, why is it that he doesn't have drop passes, and at the same time J.J. Arcega-Whiteside doesn't have drop passes? You see what I'm saying? It's like, to me, they seem like the better receivers. and I might have made a mistake by releasing them and keeping Rieger. So to justify that, because Rieger's on the last year of his contract and we're not going to work a deal out with him, how I look at it is, if I get into the playoffs, or if this is a playoff type of scenario, and let's say, hypothetically, which I have seen happen in games, right? If, like right now, say Devontae gets hurt, Jalen gets hurt, and let's say Jalen gets hurt, Devontae gets hurt, right? These three receivers now have to carry the game. If they get hurt for long periods of time, these are now the receivers I have going into the playoffs. This guy right here dropping passes is not good, because I may get into a situation where the only person that's open is him, and if he drops a pass and I lose the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be pissed. So to justify that, what we're gonna do is I'm going to see if I can find a way to make room for 3 roster spots. Right? He's one of them. He's already destined to be one of them. Matt Ryan, I think with having Matty Ice behind us is a good idea, but Matt might gotta go, because I can always pick up a quarterback if something happens in game or something. And let me see, are most teams running a 3 quarterback set, or is it just me? Yeah, everybody. See, most teams have a lot more than just 2 quarterbacks. Everybody's running 3 or 4, I think. Yeah, everybody's running 3 or 4. Maybe I will keep Matty Ice on. Yeah, I'd be the only team running 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, so having Matt Ryan. So Matt Ryan possibly is one. I know Rieger is done. His day with my Eagles are done. So, and then I don't want to release anybody that is like this dude. We just drafted him as a center. We just drafted him. He's hidden, right? I think I'm about to put him in over this guy, even though he's a superstar, right? Even though he's a superstar, I think I'm going to try to get him in to get him some reps to try to get him better during the year. Just looking around here. Derek Barnett, I think he's gotten his stuff together. At the same time, he's an undisciplined penalty tendency, but I think that he's started to go up, and I think that like today, he had a day where there was no what do you call that? There was no what do you call that stuff? There was no penalties from Derek Barnett. So, and then Marquise Golden's a superstar. You won't necessarily release him. He could probably grow into something. And then middle linebacker, you don't want to let nobody go. Cornerback, everybody in here is a beast. You don't want to let nobody go from that room. I think, so this is what we can do. I think what we're going to do is, I'm cool. Let me see the depth chart. Like if something happened to Jalen Hurts or me, who could play quarterback? Okay, so the quarterback that would come in would be the kicker or the punter. So they have little throw power and little throw power. Younghoe Koo, no, excuse me. Yeah, neither one of them have really good throw power accuracy. So if they came in, it would be the type of thing where basically it would be like the quarterback wasn't on the field. So what I can do is I can release Jalen Rieger, pick up Greg Ward Jr., and then release Matt Ryan and pick up JJ Arcega-Whiteside, and we'll just run 2 quarterbacks. If something happens, I'll put Koo in, and we'll just run the ball, and hopefully everything's okay. I've never, like I said, I haven't seen this. Well, to be safe, what we'll do is, because I want JJ and I want JJ and I want Greg Ward. I want Greg Ward also to be able to develop throughout the year. So let me go back to the NFL roster. Damn, I should have did this before trade deadline. I knew something was off. I was like, every time I looked at that space, I just felt like something was off. So if I drop Ward, Nobody's super hurt that I could put on injured reserve. How hurt is anybody? Is Lane Johnson out for the year or something? Let's see. Oh, no, he only gone for 3 games. What? Our rookie can play? Yo. Hold on, let me look this up. How do you pull a rookie? How do you pull somebody off of injured reserve and franchise move? Don't tell me he's gone for the year. Damn. Here we go. I gotta mute it. Don't want you to hear their audio. Okay, so I'm back. Also, just to let you know, what I'm going to start doing is when I watch videos that explain stuff and I go to explain it to you, I'm going to retweet it on Twitter. So that way, if you want it, if you're watching the playback and maybe you're saying, hey, I want to see that video you checked out, I want to see if I could put it in my streams or I want to put it in my gameplay, I tweeted it on Twitter. And what it basically explains is, so this situation right here, where this person's on IR, right? His injured status is injured, and his injury is a dislocated shoulder. Now, when I started the season, it said that he was going to be out for 30 weeks. Now, I don't know if it's because possibly that his injury, that's what I was going to say, his injury is at 84, right? So he responds pretty well to being injured, right? Now, you can only take 2 players off of the IR in the regular season, and you can't take anybody off in the playoffs. So I'm pretty sure if I take him off the IR, he's going to count towards the roster. So this takes away a person that we would have been able to bring back, because when he comes active, I want him to be on the team gaining strength and gaining abilities. Okay. So as I was saying, what might possibly happen is, like, okay, even though Marquise Golden is a superstar and all that, he has undisciplined penalty tendencies, right? So what can happen is, even though he's pretty good, because I don't know if I signed him to a contract. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I signed him to a 3-year deal. So if I was to say going to Marquise Golden and wanted to cut him, I would free up $2 million and incur $1.65 million. So I would get back the money that I got for him, and he would just be a player in free agency, and he can go somewhere else, right? So that's one player that could get released. On top of that, Jalen Rieger is the second player that can get released. So now we would have 2 spots that would be open. One of them would go to the linebacker who was injured, and the other would go to Greg Ward Jr. Now, if I wanted to be nasty and really, bring my Eagles back, what I could do is release Matt Ryan, and then Younghoe Koo, I want to see how fast he is, just speed-wise. Okay, so 1 second. Younghoe Koo is about 71% speed. Let's see what he has in ability. Let's see, Morale. Okay. His acceleration rating is 74, and his speed is 71. So at bare minimum, if it came down to it, if, like, say Matt Ryan got hurt or something, say I got hurt and then Jalen Hurts got hurt, Koo could come in and just hike the ball to the runner or run just to get us out of that game to the next game. Matt Ryan completely being on the team isn't necessarily a good thing because of the fact that he doesn't see the ball. So, and I would prefer to have Greg Ward Jr. have a little bit more receivers, because if you could tell right here on the depth chart, right, when you come over, went to the wrong button. 1 second. If you can tell when you come over here to the depth chart, they have, the wide receivers, they have Robert Tonyan in here. The reason why they have Robert Tonyan in here is because if I run a 5-player set, and if basically as a backup, the 6th wide receiver is a tight end, so I really should have this spot filled and have another receiver on the team, So we kind of have to make some cuts and make some improvements. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop Matt Ryan and Jalen Rieger. And then I'm going to cut Matt Ryan, and what I'm going to do is also, before I cut Matt Ryan, let me go into the quarterback free agency, and let me just make sure there's some guys out there, some dogs, just in case we had to make it happen. Okay, yeah, you got some people. Like, if it came down to it, I could sign Nick Foles if I got, like, a season-ending injury to be behind Jalen Hurts, or Cam Newton would be great to be behind him, or, people like, people like Cam Newton can get the job done, Nick Foles can get the job done. Looking around here. Yeah, you got rookies. You got a scrambler rookie, he's 57, but his speed is all fast, so you could just bring him on to just basically, run the ball the whole time and stuff like that. So it's some guys out here where, if we let go of Matt Ryan, it's not like, okay, we let go of a superstar or something like that. I just think that it's better to have, And what I'm gonna do is to see if I can rotate around. The reason why I don't want to let go of, because Steve Watkins already, he's first round in the league. He's already 76. Just because Marquise Golden's superstar, he's like 32. He's been in the league 8 years. He may go up on another team that plays him, but as it stands, this guy might start over C.J. Mosley when he comes back. So we have to make room. So I'm not gonna let go of Marquise Golden just yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let go of Jalen Rieger. Come in here, release Jalen Rieger. It'll give me a penalty. I don't care. Jalen Rieger has been released. And then come over here and release Matt Ryan. Frees up $4 million. Okay. And then now we have 2 roster spots. So I'm going to come over here and re-sign. Because Matt Ryan is the best quarterback available out there, but it doesn't really matter to me. And then Jalen Rieger is now the best available quarterback. But look at the difference. He's 1 point better than T.Y. Hilton. I mean, he may get picked up. I'll check back every week. Check out and see what happens. He may get picked up, but I just feel J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Greg Ward Jr. are the better receivers. Sign J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Hell, I even think Quez Watkins is better than, but let me see. I didn't see Quez in here. He probably got scooped up. Pretty good wide receiver. He looked like, he wouldn't be. I don't think he'd be all the way down here in the 40s. So he looked like he got picked up by somebody. There he is. Okay, so we got Greg Ward, and then what we did was we get the simulator week because we got a bye, right? So we get to really see, if he's that good. If he's that good, somebody will pick him up. Okay, so on to next week to the bye. Okay, and then let's come over here to injured reserve. Okay, so see how it says status uninjured over here? See how it says status uninjured and injury none? So after watching the video, it says that this is the time when if you come into the player, it should have said removed from IR, right? But it didn't actually come back. I heard something about weeks and stuff like that. So it may be something where, he had, because they said he had a season-ending injury and stuff like that. So if he's not able to come back, it's cool. It's, maybe it'll be what do you call it? Landon Johnson's not on injured reserve, but I placed him on injured reserve because they said that he was going to be gone the whole year. Now I kind of don't have access to him, and I kind of regret doing that. But, you got to roll with the punches. So we're learning this whole new setup of Madden22. That's why I've been playing Madden for years, but, you still got to learn it. So let's see. Like I was saying, let's take a look in free agency because if they were that good, they would have got scooped up in the first week. Matt Ryan's still out there. Jalen Rieger got scooped up. Let's see where Jalen Rieger signed to. What team signed Jalen Rieger? He went to the 49ers on a 1-year contract at like $2 million. So, hey, that's cool with me. Teams that don't have receivers and all sorts of stuff, who knows? They may be able to make him into a superstar or something. But I just feel JJ and what's the name are better, so I'm going with the players that I feel are better. Okay, so we're past week 10. Let's simulate again, and then we'll be in the Cardinals game, and then we'll check back with the IR roster and see if he's allowed to come. See if he's allowed to come back. Let's check now and see. Yeah, see it says injury none, uninjured, and it's still not letting me bring him back. So let me see if he's not on the depth chart. So his injury probably was like season ending. But I think, let me see, is he already on the field? Can he be subbed in? Where is he? Nah. So good thing I didn't let go of Golden. Good thing I let Good thing I let go. Good thing I didn't let go of Golden for him. Left outside linebacker is gonna be Mosley, and then where's Golden? We bring Golden in. He plays below him, and then T.J. Edwards is a middle linebacker. Yeah, so good thing I didn't let go of him. And then when we come over to the wide receivers, just take a look. Greg Ward Jr. and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside are already coming up already, which is good. I like to see that. Okay. Oh, and then I wanted to see if that defensive tackle that was available, that ADD tackle, is he still out there? Nope, they picked him up. He didn't last long. I didn't have space. That's the thing. I don't have any space. I built the team, and now it's like we're not looking for those type of players. Okay, scouting focused players. Let me upgrade these players first. Shaq Thompson gets an upgrade. He can be a run stopper if he's a run stopper. I'm cool with that. We have a run stopper on the defense. I'm not upset about it. Penny Sewell. Agile. Sterling Garner, run stopper. Josh Allen, speed rusher. I haven't been upgraded yet, right? Still didn't catch that X Factor. Yep, just a superstar. Still running things though at superstar though. Like I'm one of the top superstars. Okay, so what do we have as far as draft picks goes? I think I have like 3 of them, don't I? No, I traded a couple. Yeah, I have 2. So I have 2 first-round picks and a 3rd and a 4th, which is good. And then I may possibly, I'm going to let Jalen walk, right? But then there may be some people that end up getting traded for a pick, so it's good to scout focused players. So let's choose the scouting focused players. I'm not drafting. I may draft in the top 5. I'm not looking for a quarterback. I got good linebackers. Right end might be cool. Maybe. A lot of right ends out there. I like this wide receiver. I'm looking for a wide. Yeah, that's what I need to be looking at is wide receiver. So this guy and the top 2 wide receivers. And I think the other position we need to get stronger at is possibly quarterback. So it's not going to be a round 1 guy. I know that's not going to happen. So scout this guy. Because Jalen Hurts is going to walk, and I need to get some evaluation. So I like that it's more automatic now. I don't really have to worry about it. Okay, so we got 20 staff points. Let's see if we can put that to good use. A lot of stuff is maxed out already. Okay, this one isn't, and this one isn't. Press by cornerbacks or catching by free safety. Let's do press by cornerbacks. Because, see, I feel even better having JJ and Greg over there, as now the thing of it is, I would love to find another position to be able to release somebody so that way I could bring Matt Ryan on the field because it does feel kind of weird not having another quarterback behind our guy. But when you look at the team is stacked. like at every position, everybody is stepping up. You know, it's kind of hard to say, you know, let's release a guy to just play. Like even Golden, like Marquise. The thing about him is, let me see where he's ranked at. He's ranked at number 47 linebacker. You know, we have good linebackers, but basically he's injured. So we got Mosley, Miles, Leveco, TJ, Shaq, and Allen. So if I've seen Allen and Shaq get hurt, we would be down to 1, 2, 3, 4 linebackers covering 3 positions. You know, so I don't want to necessarily let him go. For Matt Ryan, I would love to be able to create a space for Matt Ryan to be able to bring him on the team just in case something happened. But the thing about, Patrick Surtain's now a superstar, or he might have been a superstar when he got here. I'm not sure. And Beal's not growing, so I gotta find a way to get him on the field. But yeah, every position is stacked. There's not one position where I could say, you know, I would get rid of somebody or I would just release them or something like that. Like, we'll just run a 2 quarterback set and hope that nothing happens, you know. Yeah, because we put the left outside linebacker on IR already. And, like, let's say I let go of Derek Barnett, right, to bring in Matt Ryan. There's a possibility to do that. Like, let me look up Derek Barnett's stats today and see, because everybody's screaming that we need pressure off the edge. So, everybody's like, oh yeah, we need pressure off the edge and stuff like that. So, let me see, defense. Derek Barnett had a total. He had, says TOT. So Alex Singleton, I think that means tackles. So Derek Barnett had 1 assisted tackle and 5 tackles today. He led the team from the line in tackles. He had more than Javon Hargrave, Monty Williams, Gerald Everett, and Ryan Kerrigan only had 1, and Josh Sweat only had 1. So that's what I was saying with Derek Barnett. I feel like Barnett's, you know, he's a really good player and stuff like that. It's just one of those, you know, he has like a penalty problem a little bit. With Marquise, I feel like Marquise, he's a pretty good linebacker, right? But the thing of it is, I'm willing to sacrifice one linebacker to have a third quarterback, because ever since I started thinking about releasing Matt Ryan, I had this thing in my mind where I'm like, we get into the playoffs, it's a playoff game, I get hurt, and then Jalen Hurts comes out, he gets hurt, and we're in like the second quarter, and I'm basically without a quarterback for 2 quarters, and it would be really hard to just continuously run the ball, because unless I'm up by like 20 or 30 points, running the ball over and over and over again is going to force the defense to hone down on me and stuff like that. So I think for the betterment of the team, even though we want to keep him around, I think especially because the rookie we have is already progressing more than him, I think that I'm just going to go ahead and release Marquise Golden. And I'm going to pick back up Matt Ryan, because Golden, nothing against him, but Golden doesn't actually see the field. There's a strong possibility that Golden never sees the field this whole season, right? Whereas Matt Ryan stands a strong possibility not only to see the field this season, but I may also bring Matt Ryan back the following season, you know, just to play backup, you know, because he's a good quarterback. Nick Foles is out there. Let me see what Nick. Well, see, Nick ain't a star, you know, and that's the thing. You gotta be bringing on the right people, like Cam Newton. Cam is Cam, you know. So now Marquise, like I said, with Marquise Golden, he may end up getting picked up. I'm not sure. He might have already got picked up. Let me come over to left outside linebacker. Yeah, he's like the second one, so he's below the guy ahead of him. So who knows? You know, he's been out there 8 years, 32, superstar, everything like that. You know, he may end up being picked up by a team. But like I said, I have to make decisions for the betterment of the team, and having a quarterback, just in case something happens to your quarterback, is better than having a linebacker that, you know, doesn't touch the field and stuff like that. Now, also, to compare things, because you want to have a good quarterback, right? So we can now jump into the next game. Well, first off, let's simulate the game, and then let's go to injuries. Let's simulate the game and let's go to injuries, just to make sure that we get some upgrades. Okay, Juju gets an upgrade. Let's put this on deep threat. I want him to be able to go down the field more. He's doing great. Spencer Hardy, our right guard, he's doing pretty well. Put this on agile. He's doing pretty well. Landon Johnson, our center, he's coming along. Put that on power. He's coming along so much that if that one center we had was to retire, he might look at his stats. He might be ready to take over right now if something was to happen. So that was a really good pick. Najee Harris, put this on power. Like, even with Miles Sanders, I don't believe that Miles Sanders is the type of back where he can't do the job. I think you just have to put him in positions to do the job. You know, he's a jukey kind of receiver, you know. Okay, so Landon Johnson's still hurt, and I can't pull him off of IR. So even though his injury's up, he must have like an actual season-ending injury. So let's jump into the game, see who's who. I know they don't have Kyler Murray anymore. We're a 92, they're 81. Let me change the playbooks. X Factors. Okay, they got DeAndre Hopkins, superstar X Factor wide receiver. I got Stephon Gilmore, superstar X Factor cornerback. Najee Harris, superstar X Factor halfback. Miles Jack, superstar X Factor middle linebacker. Devontae Smith, the Slim Reaper, superstar X Factor wide receiver. Xavier Howard, superstar X Factor cornerback. Fletcher Cox, the best defensive tackle there is, superstar X Factor defensive tackle. They have Chandler Jones, superstar X Factor right outside linebacker. I have Darius Big Play Slade Jr., superstar X Factor cornerback. They have J.J. Watt, superstar X Factor left defensive end. I have Jamal Daniels, superstar X Factor strong safety. Levante David, superstar X Factor middle linebacker. They have Buda Baker, superstar strong safety. I have Vita Vea, superstar defensive tackle. Trent Williams, superstar left tackle. Myself, Saul Aries at quarterback, superstar quarterback. Josh Allen, superstar right outside linebacker. Rodney Hudson, superstar center. Patrick Surtain II, superstar cornerback. Shaq Thompson, superstar right outside linebacker. Jack Fox, superstar punter. Jalen Waddle, superstar wide receiver. Juju Smith-Schuster, superstar wide receiver. Penny Sewell, superstar right tackle. C.J. Mosley, superstar left outside linebacker. Sterling Garner, superstar right defensive end. Caleb Beal, superstar cornerback. They have Mike Thurman, superstar right defensive end. Jeremy Higgins, superstar cornerback. And Calvin Flanagan, superstar wide receiver. So it's a pretty, I would say legit team. Even though they don't have Kyle Murray, they didn't pay Kyler Murray his money. So I'm curious to see who they did choose to pay. That's right. I should have put the old jerseys on.
NFL 22 on
or the black ones.
Sports. And we'll
cool.
see
We
who
white.
rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Cardinals and the reigning Super Bowl champs. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Start to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams.
Got him at the 19. Good coverage.
Shy of the 20.
On my volumes
So
down.
out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback from the University of Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen.
Tape,
Okay.
Last week's game.
Got him a rookie called Kyle Allen.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Sting pinch.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
First carry for James Conner.
What the heck?
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a
Bring the strong
game,
safety.
it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles.
We didn't get to him.
This game, this team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen.
Get him, Vea. That's right. Vita Vea.
And down he goes. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Good chase down. I was concerned if he was fast enough to chase down quarterbacks. That really helps me going forward.
The Eagles called on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. To Conner on the check down.
Out of here, boy.
Get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Go get him, Miles.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going up
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24.
All right, we'll give it to him. We'll give it to him.
But I think so, because
play it
it
smart.
into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Oh, this dude didn't want to go down.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Get him. Good
tackle.
tackle.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Good read, David.
It's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That's some veterans out there. Them veterans reading that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen.
Got him.
Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also
yeah.
Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll get this only into about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Good stop, Miles.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We're scoreless after 1.
Nah, rush him.
Cardinal football here to start.
Gives him a weak kick.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time
Oh,
off.
shit.
The Cards get to him here. He's
Run it back. Run it back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Escaping pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A gain there of 21 yards.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Oh.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right.
Oh, shouldn't have threw that. Superstar cornerback was on him.
And it's second down. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left.
Took a risk with that celebration, but I got that one.
A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Trying to see how many touchdowns I ran for in the season. I didn't show me.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. E-I-G-L-E-S-E-O. Gotta start the game off with the song.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The football going back over to Arizona now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Allen gonna throw.
Good tackle.
Incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Complete. That's more. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Here's Connor on the read option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Here's Allen to throw it.
Vea with another sack.
He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Vita Vea in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, screen pass to Connor. So the screen good for only 2.
Away team players cannot hear the zone. Players change direction faster than normal. Defense can see away team's intended pass.
After him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now we've got a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams...
Let's go, Devontae. Let's go, Devontae. Touchdown.
Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 76 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Delay a game.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Let's go, roll it.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
We'll take that.
The football. It is picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Who put the big hit on?
I've seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the
Daniels?
time. Catch the ball.
Simmons.
Know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
Oh.
It'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
That was a bad throw.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Allen. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
Good defense, big play.
Intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks
Yeah, I'm
he
surprised.
should come up
I'm
with.
surprised.
Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm surprised Darius
The
didn't come down with that
now as
one.
this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot.
Kick the field goal. Let's not be the Eagles of today. Let's just kick the field goal, take the points.
Take off and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime.
What's going on
It's
around
been
the
a fairly
NFL?
one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving.
Let's see what
Let's
happens.
see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the football team who were victorious in that one on the road.
Marcus Mariota, the
Antonio
starting quarterback for the
Gibson, 2 touchdown
Washington
runs
football
to
team,
lead
and
the
he
way.
done won them a game. Go ahead, boy.
From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
new quarterback
and they have the
don't
lead
work.
in that one over the visiting Lions. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were
And new
winners
quarterback
as
for the
they
Giants
defeat
working them out
the
pretty well.
visiting New England Patriots. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Guard the deep ball. That's the only way back.
We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort. I don't know if it's technique. But they'll have to work on that in practice.
Back to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Rieger, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Coup for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Crowder on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen now on the option right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
You see that play? He called.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, We'll take a break. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now they'll
get him.
Allen.
Got him.
Allen cannot get away.
Huh.
And down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. He's got a man, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. What a game it's been for this team.
They remind me of a good comedy.
This is what Jalen Hurts need to be doing. Hit Devontae Smith. Forget the rest of these dudes. JJ can do. JJ can help. Greg can help, man. Spread it around to the balls that can get stuff done.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, he got past
And
me.
he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's
All right.
They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their
The hell, DeAndre Hopkins in check too.
Familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times, the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can
Where you think you going?
Really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Somebody get to this dude. That's what I'm talking about.
As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Who got the sack? I want to see who got the sack. The hell? Miles Jack with the sack.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So they're forced to punt on 4. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20. Rush coming, and he's taken
Oh, they
down.
brought the blitz. I should have called timeout.
Jones in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Rolling to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep it?
Right.
Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, the offense down the field longer than you expect.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run with Sanders.
Ooh.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they're going to score
again.
Another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Coup now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins.
He caught it.
And he is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Got him.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. That time, 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter.
We'll take that.
This is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Go with it, Devontae.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
That's what I'm talking about. Shoot that movie.
It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum
Look
from
at
what
that.
we've seen.
Get
And so
off
far,
him.
They haven't met their match.
Shook him.
So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission
That's
is
what
clear.
I'm talking
You
about.
better be ready to play and match their firepower.
See if it shows touchdown.
Coup for the extra point. Now this one was
Got
over
it.
a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score.
One, 2, 3, hit him low, hit him high, and watch our eagles fly, fly, eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-I-G-I-E-S, Eagles.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry.
Oh, Kyle Allen's not a creative rookie. He's a regular quarterback. They let go of Kyle Murray for him.
Handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be swung out here for counter. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 8 coming up. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, Allen cannot get away. And
Garner with the sack. Look. That's it. We got him.
So fly, Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Dallas on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.
All right, let's get us to the next week here. I'm going to be taking a short smoke break. Relax, chill, let my conscience be free. Jordan Mailata, we're going to put this on power. He is almost a 90, man. Mailata done got up there, boy. I'm telling you. Strong boy, strong man. Okay, so we're going to advance forward another week. Next week is the Cowboys, huh? Okay, returning from injury. Who's returning from injury? Landon Johnson is now available. That's great. Put him at right tackle. Right guard is Penny Sewell. Lane is back. Only makes us better. Only makes us better. Damn, look at the offense of the Cowboys because they got Kyler Murray now. It's 92. This is my first time playing Kyler Murray, too. I got an upgrade. I'm still a superstar. Still a superstar. Let's put this on strong arm. About to be a 99, boy. That's trying to be a 99. I'm number 5th ranked quarterback in the whole NFL. Let me see my stats. Let me see them stats real quick. You can see these stats. Let's see. Deep accuracy, mid accuracy, short accuracy, play action's a little low. Awareness, break sack, under pressure is up. Acceleration, agility, juke move, toughness. Yep, everything's up. So I don't know if they're gonna hit me with the X Factor thing before the end of the year. That's cool if they don't. Once I turn 99, I'm putting them 99 shoes on. But like I said, I'm gonna be taking a small smoke break. Let me put this on here. Let's see. What you doing? Are you just fishing? Horse mackerel. Come on, Snicky, you're going to smoke. Come on, girlie. Come on. Going to smoke, come on. She coming too, come on. All right, I am back. So what I was saying was, if you wasn't watching the streams earlier on, right? Because I turned the mic on before I was actually sitting in the seat. So what happened was, when you come over here to quarterbacks, Kyler Murray, for whatever reason, he was drafted. He was not signed by the Cardinals because the Cardinals went and got this guy, Keenan Allen. Now, it's either because the Cardinals didn't have the money to sign Kyler Murray, or that's what I think it was. They didn't have the money because they've made moves into other positions. Like, when you look at it, they got these dudes. They got DeAndre Hopkins they just paid out, and, Buda Baker, J.J. Watt now. Good couple of 80s. James Conner, I think, just got a contract recently. So, for whatever reason, they weren't able to re-sign Kyler Murray. So now Kyler Murray plays for the Dallas Cowboys. He took over from Dak Prescott, who's now in a depression slump since then. And I have no idea what they're going to do here because Kyler Murray's on a 1-year contract and Dak Prescott's on probably 6-year deal or something like that. And it's kind of, in a way, it's not messing with the game if I was playing like a regular season, but we're 4 years advanced into, the basically, futuristic NFL. So I'll take him on. It is what it is. I know playing him, he's not easy to sack because he's going to run away. So I'm going to have to be on 6 players ready to negotiate. Hold on, let me see this. Hopefully one of them is, man. I made a mistake and accidentally released Asante Samuel Jr., and I wonder, was he going to be up here? Okay, so Brandon Graham's looking for $5 million. I'm in the air about Hurts, and JJ wants 6 and 6. So yeah, those are pretty good numbers. I don't want to ink them right now because I don't know if I'm gonna move forward with them as the permanent receivers. Like I might draft a receiver. I might sign a really good receiver, and then the roster spots may go to them. I mean, if I'm at 53 now, I'm gonna have to be less or above as time goes on. So let's jump ahead here, and then we're gonna back up, see if we have any upgrades. Hold on, question here. I noticed a question that I didn't see when I looked over at the chat just now. Overall. Yes, to answer your question, let me put it in the chat. Just realizing that, because I saw that I didn't see that question. Just wanted to answer your question. Just saw it in the chat. That was about Miles Sanders' catch. That was his catch overall.
1 second.
All right, so we got what I was saying was, it's Kyler Murray. We just gonna line things up. Let's go down the list here. So they have superstar X Factor Ezekiel Elliott, halfback. Amari Cooper, superstar X Factor wide receiver. Dak Prescott, superstar X Factor quarterback. I have Stephon Gilmore. Hold on 1 second. I have superstar X Factor Stephon Gilmore, cornerback. Miles Jack, superstar X Factor middle linebacker. Najee Harris, superstar X Factor halfback. Devontae Smith, superstar X Factor wide receiver, the Slim Reaper. Xavier Howard, superstar X Factor cornerback. Fletcher Cox, superstar X Factor defensive tackle. Darius Big Play Slay Jr., superstar X Factor. Fletcher Cox, best defensive tackle out there. Jamal Daniels, superstar X Factor strong safety. Levante David, superstar X Factor middle linebacker. They have Glenn Charles, superstar X Factor wide receiver, so they got them an X Factor wide receiver, I think, from the draft. I have Vita Vea, superstar defensive tackle. They have Zach Martin, superstar right guard. Tyron Smith, superstar left tackle. I have superstar superstar quarterback Saul Aries. Trent Williams, superstar left tackle. They have Kyler Murray, superstar quarterback. I have Josh Allen, superstar right outside linebacker. Rodney Hudson, superstar center. Lane Johnson, superstar right tackle. Jack Punt, superstar punter. Patrick Surtain II, superstar cornerback. Shaq Thompson, superstar right outside linebacker. Jalen Waddle, superstar wide receiver. Penny Sewell, superstar right tackle. Juju Smith-Schuster, superstar wide receiver. They have Keenan Newell, superstar left outside linebacker. I have C.J. Mosley, superstar left outside linebacker. Sterling Garner, superstar right defensive end. And Caleb Beal, superstar cornerback. I am a 92. They are 86. This should be a good one with them having two quarterbacks that are elite. So let's see what happens.
Back in September, the Eagles won a blowout in their previous game against the Cowboys. Can Dallas even the score? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted number 1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
And incomplete to open things up. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers.
See, look at that. See how he just ran away? I didn't know what to make.
1962.
See, he's going to be tough to bring in for sacks. But he will throw it away because I think he realizes he's not fast enough to, like, outrun him.
I remember so many different things happening.
Great defense.
Each and every year to know that you've got football.
Great defense, Howard.
Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. So a change of possession here on the punt. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders.
Oh, he's almost gone.
A big hitter there, a first down
See, that's that speed. That's that speed. Najee has speed too, but this is like he's a step faster.
But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to run.
And that is caught one-handed.
One-handed.
That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Harris will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in.
Oh.
He got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But
they got a winning streak?
On Thursday night,
They're talking about us.
This helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing
team has
well,
greater
and let the opponent deal
all
with
home
that.
team.
These two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll be up
Miles
at the
with the tackle.
28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
We'll take that.
He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard
Simmons, I think he hit him and took the ball.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20.
I thought Chark was going to beat his man.
I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott.
Damn, he just missed the time.
But not before he works it past the 50.
I can't believe I threw that interception.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The numbers for Zeke from last week: 21 carries, 119 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. Flushed out right. Murray has the 1st down.
Damn.
And Murray with a smart move.
Dude didn't tackle him. He ran right past you.
And then slides to the ground. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Outright completes it to
I didn't touch him.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Oh, Levante.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Murray. That is caught. It's Cooper for the
I think I pulled the defender that was guarding him.
Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos for the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
I caused that play.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Tanya.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Murray. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Dang, he didn't drop, got the ball out of him. Lucky he dropped it out of bounds.
CD, that's the second time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with this.
We'll take that.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver
came over and took it from
or the
Gilmore.
defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far.
Nah, they're playing tough things. It's not easy out here finding
answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. Oh, some strong running. And finally wrestled down at the 11. And quickly they get to the line. They'll They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with him, and he goes down.
I'll take that sack.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They'll drop to throw, sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead,
and that's going to be caught.
That's right, DJ Chark Jr.
DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
1 second, I'm going to get a snack. All right, let's go.
Coup now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
12's the mark. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Murray now. And Murray in trouble.
Vita Vea with the sack.
Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving once again from our gang here in Orlando to yours. We'll get back to AT&T Stadium in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what's coming up later this holiday weekend. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital, a big test for the Washington football team, as they'll do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas, a glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And it's been their quarterback who, not surprisingly, has led the way. But what is surprising is just how effective he's been on the ground, as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for...
Even though the run game has been where they've been kind of gashing us this game, I still would prefer to have the... I would still prefer... I would be... 1 second.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead.
Even though the run game is getting me, I would prefer to guard the deep pass because they have a couple of good wide receivers. Let's go.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders.
Oh, thought he was going to miss the second guy too.
Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, it's Harris, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly, with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Sanders, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll go again with Sanders. Trying to find a lane, but Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And this offense has really just been humming all game long. So to me, they're just saying, we want to finish this one off in the 3rd quarter so we can coast home in the 4th. And this is just a tremendous play. Something we've seen time and again from this offense.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance according to Next Gen Stats. Back to throw.
It's pass interference, right?
But it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Who's playing the line? I just noticed. Mylato, Hudson, Sewell, okay.
They'll try to run with Harris. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal.
Put up the points. Just in case they might come back.
And this one is right through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray.
Murray gonna get it first.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And that's Elliott, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout for the injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Go Vita Vea and Hargrave until we find out what's going on.
They'll This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He finds his man.
Damn, he just stepped up and still put it on.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. 5th catch of the game.
Cox is injured. I just want to make sure he doesn't come in. He has a bruised shoulder. I just want to make sure he doesn't come in for anything. Okay.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Damn, I looked off and didn't see who got hurt.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I do have to admit, I like...
Tuitt got hurt. So... I'm going to bring in Josh Sweat.
When it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Here we go.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw, it's Murray. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Still a fight.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Fight game, you know, about 10.
Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Let's go.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming in. I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Flushed out right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 22. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a... And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Coup for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Did you just put one line there?
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Miles
I know you can
Sanders
put
who
one
finished it
line
off
down.
with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. To throw is Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That one complete to Elliott. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Murray. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Murray now on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Murray to air it out again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run with Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run. It's Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end.
Miles.
Touchdown.
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
That's it. We got him. Kyler Murray and all.
Some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Eagles, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
I had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 running touchdown. Not too bad. Let's move forward. I'm going to get some upgrades. Daniels. Zone. He about to be a 90. Waddle, deep threat. He's crushing people on the deep threat. Our linebacker Rocco. Speed. He's on his way to becoming an 80. Let's check the injury report again. See if we'll check it every week and see if we can pull him. No, the option hasn't appeared yet. Move to next week. Okay, view playoff picture. So as it stands, we would get the first round bye, and the Browns would as well. Cowboys would be in. Cowboys, the Falcons, the Vikings, but a lot of that's going to change. A lot of these teams, as the season goes on, it may end up changing. We have 6 players ready to negotiate. We basically are in the playoffs, and I could pay us out to $60 million or so for making the playoffs, but I don't want to lose Brandon Graham. I have nothing against him. So let's do year to year, because I don't know if you want to come back, how many years you want to play. So he's back for a 1-year deal. And then with these 2, I don't have nothing against him, but I don't know if I'm going to keep him just yet. And then with the quarterback position, I may completely start over. So, manage the staff points. Free safeties catching. And then we can, all our other points can go to contracts. Okay, so what are we gonna need? We'll need linebackers. You know, let's just fill this side out first. We need 20 for this. Alright, so you need 20 for those, so let me hold the points. Okay, let's simulate to the game. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to get a game change. Stop here and get a game change. Because I don't want to keep pressing just to put down games and lose the streak or something and lose our first round bye. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do a game change. 1 second. So I decided to go with Street Outlaws, one of the games based off of one of the best TV shows out there. One of the all-time best TV shows of all time. What I need to do right now is I need to edit the details, so if anybody's coming past the playback or looking to watch the playback, they can see that there is other games in here. So it's added into the details. I'm gonna put it in the title as well. Oh, I can't put that much in the details. I'm 10 words over. Alright, so see if we take the word player out. Still need a couple more words. Save it that way. Because we didn't end up doing more than one stream today, did we? Yeah, we only did the one. We only did the one that's live. Excuse me. The one that's live now, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Oh no, we did two. The first one I'll probably delete anyway, because just go ahead and delete that one. That way we don't have to label this one episode 1. Because we have this one. Okay, so the details are updated. Also, I killed the music because there was like a claim, you know, for music and stuff like that. So I go ahead and took that out. So it's going to be a little bit less, you know, ding, ding, ding. It's good music, you know, ding, 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 ding. Okay, so I'm going to, well, the cars, I noticed you got to find a dealership. So next reward tier at, what's the name? So I guess I got to keep racing, and then that'll come up. Got my boy Crypto Ox. Cars customized pretty nice so far. I think I have a part. I remember winning a part somewhere, but I don't remember being able to put it on anything. So, and then it says, you know, I don't see anything there. Like, see, you can't click on none of this. Oh, install mods. Okay, cooling system. See, it says invalid slot. Say invalid slot. Invalid slot. Invalid slot. Probably can't go on a car or something. So, and then there's black market, which is actual money for cars that you see on the show, which I think is tough. You know, they got Lizzie Musey's car. They got they got a blower car, the 80s bundle. They got Steel Thunder truck, 70s bundle. I like the Stargazer. The Stargazer looks very nice. They got Ryan Martin's new car, his new package of car customization stuff. Pause. Stargazer look very nice. I wouldn't mind paying $12 for that. Yo, this is gonna be one of those games, right, where like you spend like actual cash on upgraded stuff. Like I could literally see, not right now, but I could see buying a car for like $10 or $12 to get ahead in the racing stuff. Okay, so let's see. Let's put in some race. What's this? Trial race down there in Savannah for 1100. Yeah, we can do that.
I got an idea I think you like. Let's mix things up a bit and make a deal.
I see you're working your way to do some great things for the sport. I'd like to help you out. What do you think? Random encounter, sponsor, $1,500. Yeah, why not? I accept the sponsor. I got a sponsor now. Oh, okay, that's what's up. You know, putting in that work, putting in that work. Not that hot out here. Roads clean. I'm racing Dominator from the 405. First 405 guy had the race. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I stumbled out the gate. Burnout was good. Got the line leak. Watch this. He got a second on me. Then I drove out his life. Look at this one. I drove that nigga. Got it. Round two. Oh my God. Oh my God. Straight up wrecked the car. That's a new one. That goes in the Hall of Fame. Got him again. Yeah, yeah.
It's a pleasure. Just call me Speedy. You need something replaced quick? I'm your man.
Okay, some dude named Speedy. Let's check out the boy Speedy. What's up with Speedy? Speedy is quick swap speed, unlock at level 3, 15% extra mod rewards, unlock at level 5, 10% shop rewards. I don't ever want to put him on a team just yet. What's up with this sponsorship thing? All right, so I guess they don't show you in here. All right, I'm in Savannah. All right, dear, what's this? So what's up with this one? Haven't met their requirements. This one I have Birdman. It's about time we race Birdman.
Man, what a fierce competitor. You boosted your reputation enough, your first City No Prep Kings tournament just opened up. Get ready to face off against the best of drag racing. Keep beating your opponents till you get to challenge the City Champion. Beat that driver, and you'll be the new City Champion.
Birdman. Birdman is not slow. Nice whip. Alright, so the road's clean. A little bit colder than it was the last race. Reaper up first, so the 405. First one. Round 2. Second. Birdman wants another race. Incompatible part. Okay. Incompatible part. So the what's the name isn't an incompatible part. So it's not the ECU. It's not the transmission. Not the clutch. Not the boost. Not the engine. Yeah, I don't know where that one part goes. Parts vault. Let's go heads up, Birdman. I got about 10 grand.
Another city is about to hold an MPK championship race. Might as well enter and burn some rubber.
Oh, city MPK. Yeah. Let's do it.
This is Chuck Seitzinger, feeling nice and fuzzy here in the Beach State for the Valdosta No Prep Kings City Championship event. Get ready for some fast times and sweet rides as drivers compete on their way for a showdown against the Valdosta City Champion. Who will it be? Let's start the races and see what happens down on the track.
77 today is a little hot. That looked like Murder Nova. So there is IMP. Yup, Murder Nova.
Well, it's your first City No Prep Kings tournament. You excited? I sure am. You just made it to another level of competition, and there's so much more you can do here. It ain't as simple as just lining up your car and winning a race. You can propose wagers and perform callouts. Serious stuff for the experienced NPK driver. You can make a race more interesting by wagering against another player. You set the rules and the stakes.
Nice job unlocking your first Nice job unlocking your first official MPK event. In city MPK events, you have to win 4 races back to back in order to challenge a champion. Lose one and you'll have to start from scratch. Win against the champion and you'll be crowned the new city champion. Okay, so we're going up against each other. So I'm going up against Murder Nova.
Why settle for just a race when we can make this just a bit more interesting? Am I right?
I'm gonna go win the race. Margin of 0.2 seconds. I'm gonna do, let's do a rack. Band. Solid band.
Now you're just being nasty. Get out of here with that crap.
Oh, he wants to wager more money. Oh, I should have raced him for the 14. Damn. Should have stopped a little early. Tires a little hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, put your hands together for the newcomer, winner of this race.
Round 2, me versus Kai Kelly.
Impressive win. You've got some real skills. The current champion's gotta be quaking in their boots. The newcomer is nipping at their heels.
So you want to change the game a bit? Sounds good to me.
Win the race, 1450.
Did you get dropped on your head as a baby or something? Nah, I ain't taking that bet.
put it to. I gotta read the meter. Got him perfect on this one. I hear him.
Did you see that race, folks? I was on the edge of my seat. The rookie wins.
Round 3, me versus Chuck.
This newcomer is starting the next round with a target on their back. And you know all the other drivers are taking aim. So you want to throw down a little something extra? I'm listening.
I think I'm trying to race for bread. Everybody want to race me for money. Everybody want to race for rounds. Chuck got a fast small car too. Got him heated up nice. I hear him.
What a performance. I want to congratulate
Got
the
him.
rookie on another win.
Me versus Ronnie Pace.
And another round goes to the newcomer. You just know the other drivers will be jonesing to take this kid out.
You want to beef up the stakes on this race. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I might have cooked him too much. Just a tad bit, just a tad. Got him.
Don't ease up. Your opponents won't either.
Me versus Birdman for the final round.
Remember, after you beat all the other drivers, your final race will be against the reigning city champion. And this will be the toughest race of them all, by far. They ain't called city champions for nothing, you know.
Think about a little side action on this race? I'm game. I can go for that. Let's see how this plays out.
1,700. Got the tires heated up nicely. This game is way more easier to control than on Switch. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it on the Switch because it's hard to control the controls. Having a full TV, you can actually see.
You must really be feeling the wind at your back now.
That's
the
what I'm
best
talking
feeling. Unless you're standing in a train tunnel, that is.
Man, you were a lot tougher than I thought you'd be. Gotta say, you deserve to be city champion if you can beat me like that. Congrats.
Congratulations. That's a big win. Your first city No Prep Kings tournament. You're already making a name for yourself. Great race. But this here is only the beginning. You'll have to win all the city events to get to the Nationals. And each city tournament has a higher reputation requirement than the one before. So keep building your regional reputation any way you can.
Was he with me? I left a little late on this race. Oh, I had him. I put like 2 cars on him.
Looks like I'm the one who got the tar beaten out of me. Guess I gotta congratulate you on being the next city champion.
Oh, city champion. I just got a component for my ECU and then put it in my ECU, so that's what I'm saying. I think that part that didn't go in there is
That was some mighty fine driving. I'm sure you got a bright future ahead. You should get to know some of the other drivers. For starters, I'd like to introduce you to Lizzie Musey.
Hey, good to meet you. You sure do make an impression. Got me thinking maybe you and me can help each other out. I'm looking to take the No Prep Kings title from Ryan Martin. Seems like you got championship potential yourself. Let's say we team up. I bet that takes us all the way to the top. What do you say, Chuck? Mind if I borrow our new friend here? Help show him the ropes?
Go for it, Lizzie. In that case, I'll leave you both to it, but you ain't seen the last of me. I'll be around the other No Prep Kings events, and you can count on that. See y'all later.
As the saying goes, I think this is gonna be a start to a beautiful relationship. You just wait and see. Now that the two of us are working together, Ryan won't know what hit him. Congratulations! That win will boost your regional reputation. Beat more city champions, and you'll be able to participate in the No Prep Kings regionals.
I wasn't kidding about making your car better and better. And now you got an opportunity to do just that. You got a new engine part. Head to the garage to access your car, and let's install the new part.
Okay, so engine customization.
Now don't just go jamming it in there. Take a look. Each part has a performance number. The higher the number, the better the performance. And better means faster. Now that you know all that, you can swap in new parts here anytime you want.
Dang.
Install the new part and let's see what kind of performance boost you get.
Okay, install mod. Okay, invalid slot. Invalid slot. Oh, wait. That's how you install it. Okay, so that's a new mod, new part. Not new mod, I said new part. I mean new mod. Actually a new part. Okay, so we done worked ourselves up to regional champion. We done won 4 or 5 games in Madden. Going on about 12 on my end, so I think this is where I'm going to stop it. Let me put it in the chat. Things are not capitalized. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop the stream. I want to thank everybody for coming in and watching. Everybody that watches back on playback. Everybody that watches back on playback. Everybody that watch live. Everybody that retweets, likes, streams, anything like that. I want to say thank you to you as well. This was great. I had fun. On Twitter, I am SR51 Media. Of course, on Twitter, I am SR51 Media. On YouTube, this is, of course, the SR51 Media channel. On theta.tv, of course, that's /SR51 Media. If you want to go over there and drop a heart follow as well, that can help the community as well be built there. And of course, the brand website is www.sr51media.com for over 100 hours of gameplay and much more content to come. I want to thank everybody for being here, everybody for hanging out, and have a good rest of your day. Come back often. Peace.